What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Crank It. Today we've got a carburetor here off of a 2011 Polaris 500 HO Sportsman, and we're going to show you what you got to do to tear one of these down, put your rebuild kit in it, and reassemble it. So let's get started on it. First thing we're going to do is take our bowl off. Ooh, got a tight one. Breaking that one loose with a screwdriver. Now we got our carburetor off, and you can tell this bike has definitely been sitting up for a while. How the gas is gummed up inside it. So what you can either do is you can usually fill these up with carburetor cleaner, or put you a little bit of degreaser in there, whichever one you want to do, to let that start soaking and working on getting some of this buildup in there off while we start taking apart the rest of this. Now we're going to pull out our float and our needle. But with this one here, our seat also come out because it is stuck to our float. So we'll get that off apart here just a little bit later. Now we're going to work on taking out our primary jet, and then we got a secondary jet down in there in the bottom. And I usually set these to the side to compare them with my new kit, make sure all the jets are still pretty close to the same. Sometimes your kit will come with a new one of these, sometimes it won't, so it's best to keep up with this. You may have to clean it and reuse it. Now that we got our secondary jet out, now we're going to turn our carburetor over and work on taking our diaphragm out. Be careful with these are spring loaded. Shouldn't be a whole lot of tension on it. This little white piece on it right here is what holds the needle down in here. It works with your throttle and everything. You do not want to spray this with carburetor cleaner. However, you do want to inspect this for any pinholes or light tears or anything. If it has any of that in there, this will interfere with the acceleration and the running of your machine. If this has at least a little bit of pinhole in it or anything, I highly recommend replacing this. We're just going to set this to the side. If this needs to be cleaned off, you can take you a cloth, spray it with some carb cleaner, and wipe it down real good, but do not get any carb cleaner on this. As you can see, we have one little bitty jet right here. It's kind of hidden. We're going to take it out. And that's going to be all of our jets and stuff. Now what we're going to do is take our carburetor cleaner and spray this out real good inside and out, spraying all these little ports and everything where the jets are at. Spray in here, make sure that we don't have any stopped up ports and where this gas flows and everything at. Right in here. This does not have an idle air fuel mixture that can be set. It's already been preset, so we don't have to worry about it. Let's just clean everything off real good, clean everything out real good, and get ready to reassemble. Another thing I like to use is a Dremel with some of these wire brushes and stuff on them. Makes it a lot easier about cleaning them. As you can see, the wire brush helped get all of this buildup that was around here off. Okay, now we got our bowl clean. This bottom piece does come off of this carburetor. It's a 17mm. It does have a little O-ring on it. You're going to want to change. This one is broken, so it's a good thing we went in there and checked that. The kit does come with one, this one here that we got. And keep in mind, we will have kit and everything listed down in the description below for this same make and model bike. So if you're wanting to check all that out, save you from having to hunt some stuff down and everything, be sure to do that. So now what we're going to do is just put this back on there. I took just a very, very small amount of grease and put on that O-ring, just so it has something, so it ain't just trying to grip against this aluminum, so it'll slide a little easy on it. Like I said, this is a 17mm. We're just gonna snug it up on there. Now we're ready to start assembling our carburetor back together. Okay, so now we went through and we've compared all our jets and everything. Everything looks good. So now we're gonna go back to reassembling. So we got our primary here. We did have to reuse our sleeve. We've done took our little wire brush over here and cleaned it up real nice. Okay. We tighten these up. You do not want to over tighten them. This is brass, so now we got our secondary. Goes down in there. Now we got this little bitty jet that goes back right here. Now we got a new seat. I'll insert it. I was able to get our needle off this. You just have to work with it and stuff. This little clip on top of this needle actually can come off. Just have to be very careful. Since it was the old needle, it doesn't matter if you bend it or anything. But to put this one back on, it has to go through the hole. Then back up in there, just like, whoop. Just like that. Now that you have it on there, there is an O-ring right here that comes with the kit you need to replace as well. Once you get all that on there, then all this pushes back down into place. And then once you get your bowl on, your bowl has got these two little pieces, right here to help hold down everything in place. So now all we got to do is put our bowl gasket on and set our bowl down in place. Now we got our bowl gasket on, just going to simply put this on. Got 2 new screws here. Now we're going to flip it over and get ready to install our diaphragm. Now, don't forget to check this out. Don't forget that you have that little white piece on the end. It has to go down in there on top of this needle. It does come with a new needle in this kit right here. Very rarely do you ever have to replace it. If this shows signs of wear on it or anything, then I would recommend replacing it. Otherwise, when you install it, you just got to make sure that it goes down inside that hole in there. And make sure it falls in its groove in the top. Put your cap on. It too has two new screws as well. And there we go. Appreciate you guys following along. Don't forget, look down in the description for all your parts and stuff you'll need to complete a task like this, as well as check out some of our merch, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.